With the disappointing results that we saw in last video, this gives us the opportunity to start doing some research to understand the variables that are at play when trying to mold TPU plastic at home. We're on this journey so that we can create a hydraulic piston seal. We have a basic shape that we want to achieve, and we're doing this by basically heating up TPU plastic and melting it. So one of the problems that we had last video is that there was a lot of bubbling. I think that this may be due to the amount of time that it had to stay on the burner. So what we want to do is make sure that we're minimizing heat loss and that we're keeping a good temperature for this thing. So in order to really do this experimentation, we're going to be going down to my kitchen. We're going to be on the burner. We're going to be coming up with a few tests that we can kind of consider being representative of the different variables that are at play here. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get started on these experiments. So here we are in my kitchen. We're going to be doing a bunch of tests with this TPU. I think the first thing that we got to do is cut up a bunch of TPU. We need a bunch of material for this stuff. We're probably going to be doing at least, I can think of at least 3 tests, but probably more like 5 tests today. So let's get going. Let's get the material we need. Cut up a pretty large amount of TPU. I assume this is enough for at least 2 tests. We probably need to cut up more. So let's get started with these tests. We'll show you the process of making our mold. So now that we've got our mold set up, we want to do a few tests with this. So we're going to change the burner setting from a 3 to a 4 to a 5 and cover the top of it and give a rating, a number out of 10, kind of just looking at how I want the ideal result to be. And then we're going to take the best burner setting of those 3 and then take the cover off and see how the results are there. So just looking at a few of the variables here, nothing too extensive, but I'm hoping that just by changing the burner settings and keeping it covered all the way through the test is going to work. So without further ado, let's get going. The cover is on. The first test will be on number 3. Alright, so here is an approximately 15-minute check of the setting 3 mold test. So let's go and check. I can smell the particle board. I'm hoping that this is okay. Wow. Alright, so 15 minutes, my opinion, too early. We're going to leave it in for, I guess, another 15, and we'll see what it looks like after that. But right now it's not really fully melted, but pretty hot still. So we'll be back. So let's just call it a failure. So unfortunately the results last time were a little bit too bad to not be concerned about this. I did a little bit of research. I found a piece of a research document from a company that talked about TPU processing, and they said that some of the biggest problems in molding are that water content inside the elastic material is a big problem, and it creates bubbles. So this definitely worries me in doing this without trying to dry it out. However, I'm going to do it without drying it, and we'll see what it is. They recommended this is mostly for injection molding, that if you're seeing bubbles that you increase the temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a shot. So we're going to move up from 3 to 4, and we're going to stop it at around 10-15 minutes. So we'll make sure we got it on a lot less time, and we're heating it up quickly so it's not on the burner for very long. So yeah, wish me luck. I hope that this works out all right. Here we are at 10 minutes into our burner setting number 4 test. So let's go and see how this looks. A lot of smoking. It smells like the particle board. I think we're alright to leave this on for a little longer. We're going to go to a maximum of 15 minutes and see what the results are. So we'll be back then. Alright, so now we're up to 15 minutes on the burner. We're going to be done with this test completely. No going back here, off the stove. And we have an enormous amount of bubbling. Who knows though, it's not overflow. So I think I'm going to go in there with like a knife or something and try to clean up the bubbles, and I'll show you what the final mold looks like. So, pretty decent results actually. I calmed down the bubbles, I stirred up the bubbles, and then the plastic pretty much relaxed. But there's definitely some big issues here. It sticks too much to the wood, it sticks too much to the aluminum foil. So it's just, that's not optimal. And then check out the sides of this where it's not smooth by any means. And there's bubbles. This material is also like really, it just doesn't seem like it's going to do the job for me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to continue testing because this is not ideal in any way, even though it melted down nicely. So yeah, it's not good enough. The material's not right. The mold not the right material, and if we want to make more changes to this, it's just getting too complicated for my potential user base. So I don't think I'm going to pursue this project anymore. I'll continue doing the hydraulic cylinder, but we're not going to mold TPU. I have a second option that deals with getting not like pre-vulcanized rubber, or something you can vulcanize. You can basically bring to life rubber by basically combining two ingredients. I'll look into it a little bit more. This might be my next option because you can get some good material that way, and I believe the molding process will be easy and low temperature. So we're gonna ditch the TPU molding. So that's unfortunate. I cut open the seal, and we're getting bubbles still. So yeah, and plus, I mean, who wants to be putting plastic on the stove at their house? Who would ever want to do that? I personally, this is the last time that I do it. Maybe we'll look into doing some hot glue experiments in the next couple days, but probably our next big step is once we get that pre-vulcanized rubber ordered, then we'll probably check that out. So yeah, stay tuned if you want to see more developments on this project. I don't know if I want to publish the project with hot glue, but maybe we get good results sometimes. So yeah, we'll see. All right, thank you very much for watching, and thank you. Bye. More information is offered on my website, thedoityourselfresource.com. As well, feel free to like our Facebook page and watch us live on twitch.tv. Links are in the description. Thank you very much, and goodbye.